The hell did they do to the music?
I thought you did it.
No, that's they completely changed everything. This week is chaos. Welcome to the Wrestling Council. Welcome to the Wrestling Council.
What the hell, man?
Dude, I have no idea. I don't know what happened there, man. They just completely changed everything. I'm your host, Comic Book Bob, joined as always by my good friend Hollywood Frank.
What is up?
You can catch us here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about all news and wrestling. You can also follow us on social media, scrolling below and in the description as well. Man, I saw there was an update to StreamYard when I logged in. I didn't know they did that, but I don't like it.
I don't like it either. Like, what the? I thought I was sitting there like, listen to that. I'm like, the hell did Rob do to the intro?
Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. But yeah, interesting week, man. Interesting week. We are what, 5 days away from Elimination Chamber?
Yes. No, 4 days.
4 days. 4 days. Oh God,
Saturday.
Your soul is mine. What's up, Johnny? That's some interesting dialogue from The Rock this week, man.
We've missed you, Johnny.
I don't even know what's going on in life anymore. It's a lot.
Hey,
all at the same time.
As the late great Roddy Piper said, once you know all the answers, that's when I change all the questions.
Yeah, that's about the way it is, man.
I didn't even know the answers to begin with. Just let me get the first question.
I just want a nice pair of pants. Solomon Grundy want pants too. Bringing back an old meme there, but yeah, weird week, man. Some interesting stuff going on. Before we get going here, let's check in with the chat and see what the mountain says that I'll hear, but I'm the name of public safety. I'll just be watching that. Good, man. We
Who are you and what did you do to Maldacito?
Yeah, what did you do to Maldacito? Also, what's up, people? What's up, Maldacito? Appreciate you being here, man.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Hello.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Lake Kick says, when you get here, what's happening, Guardian of Chaos? Big Daddy. Hey, yo, there's Big Daddy. The Guardian of Chaos. Yeah.
Hey, yo.
I can't talk today. When I fell, I was just telling Frank about how I Sunday night we had it was really bad. Like ice was everywhere, and I slipped and fell and smashed the crap on my tail. But I must have driven my spine and my brain. But thanks for being here, Big Daddy. Guys, check out Big Daddy's YouTube channel. Awesome stuff. Check him out here. Like Kick Mouse, he does it. Hail Like Kick and Chaos. Speedball Mike Bailey. Yep. Mike Bailey going to AEW. I thought he was going to be going to WWE, to be honest. I thought he was heading for NXT. But should be interesting. He's good. Like I said, Vince McMahon rumored to be in talks with Fox. Fox denied that, actually. I don't know. I mean, you know, it's Vince, so maybe he is trying to start a new wrestling company or, you know, what have you. But it apparently isn't going to be with Fox because Fox had a representative come out and they actually denied that. So,
Yeah,
but then again,
but you can deny stuff. People deny stuff all they want.
Yeah.
Also, what for? He has nobody.
Dude, if Vince snapped his fingers, every one of his guys would come running. You know they would.
Yeah.
Laurinaitis, you know, Bucky Beaver, all of them.
I'm talking about the talent.
Oh, dude, you throw the right amount of money out there, he'll poach a bunch of people.
No one's gonna leave.
Oh no, none of the major guys are going to leave. No, right now, but it's Vince. It's Vince's ego took such a massive hit. He just can't handle it, man. If you and there's a lot of people out there, dude. You're telling me right now if he dropped a friggin' brick in front of someone like Ryback or somebody like that he wouldn't come running.
Yeah, like Kick just said, he's got money.
Don't nobody care about Ryback anymore, man.
It's dude. There are people out there that still want Vince around. They talk about it all the time, man. Hey, Fantasia, what's up? Appreciate you being here. Leg Kick said, yeah, he's got money. Yeah, he's got money, all right. But that's all he's got. But yeah, so interesting week. Obviously, we're going to be talking about all the crazy stuff that's been going on. We'll also be doing our predictions for Elimination Chamber. And, man, I'm going to tell you what. It is up in the air, man. This has been one of the weirdest builds towards WrestleMania in a long time. And we'll be touching on that because there's all kinds of crap going on. Vince can bring in a lot of talent. Yeah, he can, dude. I'm telling you, dude. He's full of poop too. Yeah. I mean, he's what, like almost he's 80 years old.
Oh, close.
That's about all he is full of. But before we get going though, we're gonna get onto our favorite segment. Well, something we like to call the good, the bad, and young. I can't believe we still have been struck for using that. But hey, it is what it is. It is an odd number this week, so it is all that guy leading off. What you got, Frank? What's your GBU?
The good. The probably one of the highlights of AEW. She continues to impress every time she's on TV. Miss Toni Storm, timeless Toni Storm.
Best character in AEW.
Best female character in both promotions. One of the best things going with AEW right now. You got her and Mariah May for Revolution coming up. Like that's what, a couple weeks, or is it the week after? Is it the week after? Is it the week after Elimination Chamber? I can't remember.
I think so. I do not remember.
Irregardless, I mean, she is what puts butts in the seats as far as me, and segments to look forward to. Her being out with the spotlight the other day on Dynamite was great.
Yep. It's kind of like the third act in a movie between her and what's her name?
Yeah, I'd like to see it continue after Revolution. I mean,
yep.
Hopefully it does. If not, then I like to see her. If they don't go Megan Bayne versus Mercedes, I'd like to see Megan Bayne versus Toni Storm.
Yeah, they really need to lean into Megan Bayne, man. They need to. They definitely need to make sure they don't freaking Camille her by accident.
Yeah, that's talent right there too. I wasn't a big fan of Camille when she came in. I think they would have been better spent going after Stephanie McCoy than Megan Bayne, or sorry, than Camille or even Julia. But they brought in Camille, and she hasn't been there since. Yeah, hopefully not.
I hope not. If he does, then there's another person that'll eventually head to WWE, and they'll be 10 times bigger there.
Yep. The bad. There's a couple different ways I can go.
Hit me.
Logan Paul, CM Punk starting off Raw yesterday. Why?
Dude, Punk. Everybody thinks Punk went back there because he wants to be the world champion and everything. He went back there because he wants Shawn Michaels' job. That's what he wants.
Yeah.
He wants to work with the younger guys. Right now, Logan Paul, whether you like him or you hate him, he is pretty hot right now. I personally think he's got go away heat, but
He
Um,
does. It just yeah. I work on Monday nights, so I'm not there to watch
Yeah.
Netflix Monday Night Raw. So when I get home and I see that, it's fast forward. I could care less what those two are talking about. They really do.
I mean, Punk pretty much roasted the crap out of him. So
I'm sure he did, but it's nothing I could care less about that between those two. Honestly, I know it's wrestling. We got to watch all this shit, but at I think a minute into their talk, I'm like, yeah, let's skip this.
and this is another example of what we were talking about. How like this build to WrestleMania has just been weird.
Yeah, I'm not enamored with the card right now for WrestleMania. I'm really not.
No, not really. And there's time yet, and I'm sure. Look, WrestleMania always ends up being a really good show, and I'm sure it'll be a good show. Is it gonna all make sense when we by the time we get there? Probably not. But it is what it is. So, but yeah, it was a weird segment.
And my ugly, again, there's a couple different places I could go. Let's skip back to AEW. Max Caster, no.
You don't like the best wrestler in the world?
Between him and Pockets winning a shot at international title over Roderick Strong.
Yeah, I had some thoughts about that match.
I'm done with Pockets for title matches. Get some fresh talent in there. But Max Caster,
we said what was going to happen when they broke up the Acclaimed. They were both going to be. They were going to push them in a couple little gimmicks here and there, and then they were just going to end up being mid-carders, just glorified mid-carders.
And that's all it is. It's just, again, it's one of those things where you're just like, okay, gotta go to the bathroom? Yeah. I'm going to take a Max Caster. I'll be back in about 5-6 minutes.
Oh, my God.
That's how I feel. I mean, you got the highs of highs with Tony Storm. You got the low of lows with Max Caster and Pockets getting another title match.
Yeah,
illustrious career.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Tony Khan, man. I'm like,
You're fired.
That's kind of how I feel about that whole angle, man. Nothing against the guy, but like when he, that's like I said, every gimmick eventually gets old, and this one with Max Caster, it got old after about 2 weeks.
Yeah. If somebody's gonna start collecting souls, take Caster, take Pockets.
All right. And what was your ugly, man?
That was my ugly.
Oh, that was your ugly.
Ugly. Right. Yeah.
Well, okay. My good. Going back to AEW, man. AEW television has actually been good the last 3 weeks. There have been a couple. I mean, obviously, every time, every show, there's going to be a misstep here and there. But overall, the Hangman MJF stuff has been really good. Tony Storm has been really good. The matches themselves, the in-ring action has been, at least decent. A lot of good matches on there. The Gabe Kidd Butcher match was really fun. I like Gabe Kidd as another guy from New Japan that I'm really high on. When his contract's up, if Tony and Hunter aren't like trying to snatch that kid up, I don't know. There's something wrong with him. But it definitely been a lot better the last 3 weeks, or so than it has been pretty much all of last year. Obviously, AEW when they put on pay-per-views, when they put on matches, it's usually good, but their TV has been pretty mediocre at best, and just downright confusingly bad at worst. This has been a nice upward trend. needs to continue, and they need to continue to make better strides, man. Because, like I said, one of the things that I'm about to talk about was a head scratcher. So that's my good, my bad. The segment between Megan Bayne, Thunder Rosa, and
Penelope Ford.
Penelope Ford. If there was ever a moment that screamed, you need to have production meetings, that was it. One of the things that they've been saying that's been a big complaint for a lot of AEW talent is that they don't have, Tony doesn't like having production meetings, which says a lot. That right there tells me a lot of the big problems that they've been having. And that segment, man, was a prime example of it, because it was clear that nobody was on the same page in that segment. Thunder Rosa came out with a chair to make the save, and Megan Baynes and Penelope Ford just stared at her like a monkey doing a math problem. And it was literally like, what are we doing here, guys? And here's the thing. It was just one segment. Obviously, mistakes happen, but something that jarring will immediately just pull you out of the friggin' product.
You think it was a mistake?
It was 100%. No, it wasn't. Yeah, there's actually, they've talked to people backstage. They've clarified that really what it was is one group thought they were going to do one thing, and the other group thought they were going to do something else. And because you didn't have a freaking production meeting, nobody was on the same page and nobody knew.
Well, this group here in my house is choosing not to believe what they said then.
Yeah.
She runs down, shouldn't really run. She comes out to the ring with a chair.
Yep.
And she slowly gets in the ring with the chair, and they're just standing there. Like,
yeah. What was
I'd have ganked the chair right out of her hands when she tries walking in with it.
According to what one group said was supposed to happen is she was supposed to come in hot, and they were supposed to bail. Or she and Bayne was supposed to get in each other's face. Okay. The other camp said that she was supposed to come in and just like go into like a protective pose over top of Statlander, and do like and then they were just going to kind of like saunter out, because they're trying to present Bayne as being this friggin' beast, right? And literally nobody knew what the hell was going on. Nobody knew what to do. And all it did was it made AEW's production look Bush League. It made Thunder Rosa look like a geek. And it was just bad it was just bad all around. Literally that's the one segment I watched this week where I was just scratching my head, besides the Rock, segment, and just going, what was supposed to happen there? Because there's like 4 different ways you could have gone with that, and they would have all been better than what that was. So
I thought at one point Thunder Rosa was going to start getting up, and there's not Thunder Rosa. I mean, Statlander was going to start getting up, and Thunder Rosa was going to smack her with a chair.
I didn't know what was going to happen, because, like you said, she comes down to the ring, but she doesn't. Then she just like leisurely crawls in, and I'm like, "What are you? If you're coming in for the save, you should come in hot." It's like she's getting the crap killed. She's getting killed. What are you doing? And then she stood there, and it was almost like they were supposed to be intimidated by her, but then Baynes was supposed to be not intimidated, and it was very clearly nobody was on the same page in that segment. But yeah, and that's the kind of thing that AEW needs to get better at, and you can get better at that by having production meetings, Tony. Production meetings, they have them for a freaking reason, dude. So shit like that doesn't happen. Good Lord, I can't believe they don't have production meetings. Not even a quick one, like just to make sure that everybody knows what's going to happen. And that's one of the things that we've talked about in the past, that AEW needs to improve, is their production values.
Yep.
And you ain't going to do it if you're not even willing to have a production meeting. You ain't going to get anywhere with that. But And then the ugly for me, Ryan Nemeth, the redheaded stepchild of the Nemeth family,
It'll never be over.
files a lawsuit against Tony Khan, AEW, and CM Punk. This is I've been listening to a couple of different podcasts talking about this. This might want to be one of the dumbest. This is one of the dumbest, most desperate attempts at getting attention that I've ever heard. Basically, he filed a lawsuit in February and for assault, breach of contract, breach of implied covenant of good faith and fair dealing, and intentional interference with prospective advantage. And this comes from basically two things. Nemeth put out a tweet calling CM Punk literally the softest man alive. And then later, apparently, Punk confronted him backstage at Collision. Appreciate it, Fantasia. Yeah, we missed you guys too, man. Pahuk Nemeth. I'm trying to be good within the algorithm here. Who better, Arn or Orton? Oh man, give me a minute on that one, Big Daddy. Let me finish this up here. And then Nemeth was among, and obviously that was when Punk was in charge of Collision, and there was an incident where Punk sent some talent home, and Nemeth was one of them. And Nemeth never really got much of a push, and he wasn't getting much of a push to begin with. He was just kind of there to be mid card, and he filed a lawsuit, which is, when you read the lawsuit, it's basically the biggest. Hey guys, look at me! I exist. Hey! You remember my brother? Dolph Ziggler. I'm his brother.
No.
Like it's very rare that I wake up to see that someone just shot their career in the back of their head.
Foot,
like
yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I saw that and I was like, of all the things going on, you're gonna sue over that. How about you don't run your mouth and then act like a friggin' victim when someone calls you on your shit? There's an idea. But yeah,
I love the part where he
Stupid.
claims it. I love the part where he says he was working with that tweet, as if Ryan Nemeth was gonna work with CM Punk anyway.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I love
Okay.
it. No, that lawsuit made me happy. It was funny. It was very funny.
It's so dumb. It'd be funny if it wasn't so freaking depressing. But all right, who better, Arn or Orton? For me, dude, I'm such a big Arn Anderson fan. I'm gonna pick Arn. My brain, my heart says Arn. My brain says Orton, because Orton obviously was at least in the public eye, was a much bigger figure. But Arn Anderson, dude, to me he's a quintessential wrestler. He's one of the greatest of all time. Yep, right there, buddy. If you can throw them four fingers up on a consistent basis, man, you're a legend.
Yeah.
But,
you get stabbed with scissors.
Yeah. You pull the Glock and you stick it in a temple. Still one of the best segments of all time, man. I was laughing when I saw that. But okay, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. So yeah.
Question for you, Rob.
Yes, sir.
War Dogs in AEW?
I'm digging it. Yeah, I thought I typed it in there. I didn't, I guess. Sorry. No, I'm digging it, man. I like it. Good. It's about time we had a power tag team. They needed it. Although in my personal opinion, I would have done War Dogs. Actually, he's talking about the faction War Dogs. I mean, it could be big. I mean, Clark Connors is showing up, And I like those guys. Those guys have been one of the best, the most consistent elements in New Japan. And like I said, I'm really high on both of them, and I want them to do well. Arn didn't win a world title, but he had every other title multiple times. Dusty beat Arn 5,000 times. Yeah, it's like I said, man. My heart says Arn, my brain says Orton. So, who better, Muta or Orton? Oh, dude, I'm a Keiji Muta fan. All right, again, my heart says Muta. My brain says Orton. So. That's the eternal struggle right there for me. We got to talk about this. All right, so we got to talk about this this Rock segment. So for weeks,
we need to clear the air on this. Was Dwayne looking for a brother, for someone to fight, or someone to go to bed with?
I don't know, man, but like just like the picture in the thumbnail that I put up here. I was as confused as Cody was after this whole thing, man, because it was like, what the hell is this?
Hey, he's a new soul man.
The new soul man, Rocky Johnson?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. They built up The Rock's appearance, which was, they're making it into a big deal. And of course, as soon as they did that, everybody starts jock rocking what it's going to be. Is he going to announce that he's challenging for WrestleMania? Is he going to do something with Cody? Is he going to do something with Roman? What's going to happen? And basically, two things came out of this. One, he announced that WrestleMania was going to be in New Orleans next year, which was pretty much. A lot of people had already hypothesized that was going to happen. He announced that. And then he called out Cody Rhodes and had one of the oddest, kind of uncomfortable friggin' segments in a long time. So basically he brings Cody out and he talks about how, they now he switched. Someone made the comment that he switched heel face in this segment more times than Paul White's entire career. And literally it was just flip-flopping from one to the other, one to the other, one to the other. And that's one of the reasons that I'm looking at this going, I don't know what's going on here. I thought he was going to address, honestly, I thought one of two things was going to happen. Either he was going to come out and it was just going to be like a feel-good pop thing. And like I said, he announced WrestleMania, and that was going to be it. And it was going to be people going to be like, "What? Really? That's it?" Or I thought he was going to address the bloodline and maybe set some kind of thing up between him and Roman. No, he basically told Cody Rhodes that he wanted him to be his. Basically he butters up Cody, talking about stuff, and then he tells Cody he wants his soul. He wants more now. He wants his soul. Your soul is mine. And
first of all, what in the bloody hell does it mean to be Dwayne's champion? What is it? What? He's already the champion. What was he talking about there?
Because I think I have to believe that this is them trying to turn Cody heel and go kind of like remember when they did hold the whole corporate Rock segment, and I think that this was supposed to be a callback to that, because everybody knows that The Rock is on the board of directors now, that he's got a lot of sway in WWE. And I mean, stop me if you think I'm wrong about this. I feel like that's what this was an attempt at. This was an attempt to call back to that.
Yeah.
I don't know that it did very well, because I think there's a lot of people that don't like a lot of fans today that don't really remember that.
And I think it was just like what happened in NXT. They gave him a microphone and trust he was gonna do a good job, and he did not.
Yeah, this was a rare flop. This was a rare flub, in my opinion, for The Rock. Now maybe we're all being worked. Maybe this is, I don't know.
No, no,
possible.
we're not being worked. I don't care what happens next. This segment sucks no matter what.
Yeah, it was odd. It did draw the best ratings for SmackDown since September of last year, which that shows that The Rock still got some friggin' staying power. But and then just the confusion on Cody's face with this was like that was everybody watching this segment. Like, where are they going with this? How does this? And then he basically told Cody that he has until Elimination Chamber to make up his mind.
Yeah.
And I'm like, does that mean we're gonna have something at Elimination Chamber? Is that going to affect who wins? What is this?
Yeah, we got to get a run in from The Rock in the Elimination Chamber where he pulls a Brock Lesnar and just inserts himself in there and he wins it.
That's this segment. So after the Royal Rumble, I said that the ending that they produced, if nothing else, it made the Elimination Chamber a must-see event. Since then, the build to Elimination Chamber, I don't really feel that way anymore because I don't know what the hell's going on. It's I swear to God, it is almost like WWE are like, we're just going to sit back and throw stuff at the wall and see how the fans react, and then we'll make a decision. Because this build to Elimination Chamber, okay, so the Elimination Chamber, the participants in the men's Elimination Chamber is John. We knew that at least 3 of these people were going to be in there. John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. We knew those 3 were going to be in it. Drew McIntyre is in there. Logan Paul is in there. I don't know why. And Damian Priest. Who's winning this thing? And when they do win it, the only 2 logical people to win this friggin' thing, in my mind, are Cena and Punk. That's it.
Yeah.
And if you do, they're both faces.
Rob's already doing predictions.
Well, it has to be those 2, right?
It does.
It's the only 2 that make sense. And if you do, are you going to have 2 faces? I mean, you I guess you could do that, but it's going to kind of diminish things a little bit, and then have one of them turn. Are you going to do Punk versus Cody, and then Cody goes corporate at WrestleMania?
Come on, you had WrestleMania 6. Hogan versus Warrior. Both of those guys were faces.
Yeah. Although a lot of people freaking hated Hogan that time. And so it was, I don't know, man.
I don't think it's that big of a problem.
It's just odd. Especially with like The Rock giving him this mandate, like he's got to make a decision by Elimination Chamber. And they've been doing the slow burn to turn Cody back into the American Nightmare and have him go heel, which I'm 100% for because I think Cody's a better heel than he is a face. Cody's great as a face. Don't get me wrong. He's even better as a heel. And plus, what else is he going to do now at this point? He's got to go heel to go against all these other people that he can challenge. But I just this segment was odd. Like, where's The Rock going to fit into all of this?
Said he could come out and interfere in the match and declare himself the winner.
He could do that. I mean,
or he's the final boss. He's the head honcho of the promotion. He could come out and say, "Hey, Cena won, but guess what? I'm also in the main event at WrestleMania."
Make it a 3-way. Yeah, it's like, honestly, this whole thing feels like they're trying to set The Rock up to be the Vince McMahon of this whole thing. He's the corporate head. He's the corporate head honcho who's gonna get what he wants and do what he wants, and he's gonna make in. That's what this kind of feels like. But I don't know that it works. And it's Elimination Chambers it's going to be strange. It just seems so strange to me. But yeah, like I was confused. Now and then the Rock's tweet where he said that we're gonna be doing a lot of things, shaking things up going forward here. A lot of people are speculating that. And here's the thing: they confirmed that nobody knew what the Rock was going to say when he went out there. They didn't even know for sure if he was going to be on the show until the day before. So I have to wonder if this is the Rock kind of wanting to do things one way and Hunter wanting to do things the other way, and the two of them are kind of at an impasse here. I wonder if that's kind of what we're getting here.
Yeah.
But
that might be why you had the segment to start off Raw on Monday to set up Punk versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if that's what it's going to be, because everybody was expecting him to be in the main event on either night 1 or night 2.
That's not going to happen now.
I don't think that's going to happen now. I think you're right. I think it's going to be just so they can get him to WrestleMania. It's going to be Punk versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania, and they're going to put him in with somebody who's so universally reviled that there's no confusion about who you're going to root for.
That's going to be the rare CM Punk match that I skipped.
You hate Logan Paul that much, huh?
I do.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that feel the same way about it. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think the elimination, anytime you have like gimmick matches like the Elimination Chamber, they're usually chaotic. They can be fun. They're usually chaotic. They use it to set up matches for WrestleMania. I just don't know if anybody that's in this match winning there is the right call for the main event of night 2 at WrestleMania.
The problem is you had Jey Uso, you had Charlotte both winning at Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
What is the urgency for them to come out and declare who they're going up against before Elimination Chamber?
There really isn't one, but they made it seem like it was it seemed like it was something that they wanted hammered out before they got there.
You could have Elimination Chamber, then the next night on Raw, or 2 nights later, because it's on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's when you have the Royal Rumble winner declare who he or she is going up against.
Yeah. I mean, there's better ways they could have done it for sure.
That way you have a little bit more uncertainty with who's in the main event at Elimination Chamber. Because you mentioned, like, there's 3 guys that aren't even going to even be close to winning. Logan Paul, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Those guys aren't winning.
No.
Because nobody wants to see them against Cody Rhodes.
I want Logan Paul to experience what Speed got from Braun.
If that happens, send me a clip. I'm not gonna watch him wrestle.
Oh my god, dude! Did you see? What was it? Brock Steiner is signed on as developmental for WWE. Can you imagine if him and Braun put together a tag team? Rock and Braun.
You can close the division down.
Yeah, pretty much. Dude, that guy's jacked too, man. He looks just like his dad. Just like his dad. But yeah, anyway, guys, it should be interesting. Like I said, I'm still confused as to what they're planning on doing and where they're going. Hopefully they'll right the ship, and get things more clarified, because right now everything's so up in the air. Honestly, I don't think even they know what they're doing. At least they haven't completely hardened the target. But speaking of Elimination Chamber, we got some predictions to make for Elimination Chamber.
We do.
So let's go ahead and jump into that. Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Does anybody give a shit?
No.
I didn't
Of
know
all
it was
the-
happening.
Of all the matches that you could put on this card, and right now there's only 4 matches besides the Elimination Chambers themselves. It's I mean, there's only 2 matches besides the Elimination Chambers themselves. There's this match, the women's tag match, and then there's Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in the unsanctioned match, and that's it.
Yeah.
Why does anybody care about this? Why are we supposed to care about this? Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Who freaking cares? There's no story build up on this. There's no this doesn't lead into anything going into friggin' WrestleMania. What's the purpose of this? This is the kind of match that you have on friggin' Raw or SmackDown to like fill the card out. There's you've got 2 women, you've got 2 women's world championship belts. You've got 2 women's mid-card belts. This doesn't even involve the friggin' tag team, the men's tag team belts. Why does this match exist?
Because you brought Trish Stratus back at Royal Rumble. It's in her hometown of Toronto, and we got to see that 49-year-old Trish Stratus in the ring.
Look, Trish Stratus looks amazing for her age. Okay, she's a beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. This match doesn't mean shit. This match is pointless. Like I said, this is the kind of, you want a feel good thing. Okay, usually the SmackDown is in the city that the pay-per-view's in, right?
Yeah.
So
sometimes,
like, okay, well, whatever. Put this match on SmackDown or Raw. Why are you putting this on? This is not a pay-per-view quality match. This match has no reason to be here.
nope.
Do something with your new mid-card titles, because nobody gives a shit about them either. Do something with your women's world championship matches. Build up some anticipation for this stuff. You got this is the most friggin' white bread filler match I've seen in a long time. And they're putting this on the friggin' pay-per-view. This is going to be boring as shit. I'm going to tell you this right now.
Yep.
Because here's the thing. Got an extra sock. Oh my God. This is, you know what? This is going to be the same. You remember the last match that Trish had? Which was a tag match as well.
Was it the one with Lita?
Yeah, it was a tag match as well, and it was 3 people. No, actually, I think it wasn't with the Lita. I think it was God, I'm trying to remember, but it was with 3 other wrestlers who could go, and Trish Stratus, who could barely move at this point. And that's what this match is going to be. You got Tiffany Stratton, who's good, Candice LeRae, who's good, Nia Jax, who's been a lot better than she has been and then you got Trish Stratus. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things doesn't belong. This match, this is the stupidest match to put on a pay-per-view. Just this is the kind of thing you put on like AEW puts on their 0 hour. But I got Nia Jax and Candice LeRae winning it. Well, no, I know, because it's in her hometown. It'll be Stratton and Stratus. They'll win because it's in her hometown. I can't see this match going past 15 minutes.
It's going to go that long?
That's what I'm saying. I can't see it going past 15 minutes. Well, it's going to be at least a 3-hour show, right? And the Elimination Chambers are going to be at least an hour each. So you got to kill time somehow.
No, this is not the way to kill time.
No, it's not.
Hope. I would say hopefully it's on first and get it out of the way, but we're
Oh
probably
God, you
gonna
have to. Yeah. That's gotta jerk the curtain, man. It has to. Unless they're gonna add another match between now and which they could do. You know, they could add another a match from SmackDown. But yeah, but good Lord. Let's go with something that matters. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. All right, look. This match is going to be fire. Because whenever these two guys wrestle each other, it's fire. Does it matter? Not really.
Nope.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. It is going to be a lot of fun. Again, there's other things they could have done here. They could have done something with between Solo and Jacob Fatu, because we know that there's a rift forming there. They could have done. There's a dozen different things they could have done that would have made more sense and built more towards WrestleMania than this match. That being said, this match is going to be fun as hell to watch. Every time these guys are in the ring together, it's awesome. So it's a nothing burger of a match, but it's going to be at least it's going to be a good match, and it's going to be exciting. So, and I got Kevin Owens winning this. And my reasoning for that is I don't think they're going to have him lose two big matches in a row, 2 pay-per-view matches in a row. I don't think they're going to do that. Or it was 3. They're not going to have him lose 3 pay-per-view matches in a row, because this would be the 3rd.
I had to go with El Generico on this one.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Sammy's winning.
Because they're both from there, right? They're both from Toronto, right? Or is one of them from Quebec? I know they're both Canadian, but
I don't know about that, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see Owens eating a 3rd loss in a row like that, a 3rd pay-per-view loss in a row. I mean, it could happen, dude. Don't say stuff like that. Sorry, I fell asleep. Don't worry, the curb stopped my truck,
Nice.
dude. Mal, dude, you gotta start mainlining some friggin' caffeine into your bloodstream or something, dude, when you're going on these friggin' drives home. You scare the crap out of me, man. We like you, bro. We want to keep you around.
Yeah.
Be safe, man. Just make sure you get home, brother. All right. Women's Elimination Chamber. Liv Morgan versus Alexa Bliss versus Bianca Belair versus Bayley versus Naomi versus Roxanne Perez.
And the winner's going against Rhea Ripley.
If Liv Morgan wins this goddamn thing and we get Liv versus Rhea Ripley again, I'm going to lose my shit.
Well, you can make more shit to keep then, because I think that's what's going to happen.
Looking at the people involved in this match, I think you're right.
No, she's not.
I
would give more credence to that if she hadn't just won the
tag belts.
Tag titles with Rodriguez.
Okay.
Who do I think is going to win it?
Yeah.
Bianca, with Alexa being the possible wild card.
You think? Okay, so you think Alexa, because they're trying to build her up to do whatever they're going to do with her with the Wyatt 6?
Yeah, Bianca's my favorite, and then the wild card is Alexa Bliss.
Okay. Do you think we get a run-in from Jade Cargill to confront her attacker?
Her attacker, Naomi?
Honestly, dude, I think they're going to pull a swerve. I think it's going to be Bianca.
Or attacker Bianca.
I think they're gonna turn Bianca heel. I think it's
That would be nice. If they
it would
did
be
that.
different.
It would be different. Then they could have Bianca versus Belair, which is where they've been trying to go
Yep.
for a while.
Oh, you mean Bianca versus
Bianca
Jade.
versus Jade, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Naomi, no.
Yeah, Naomi's not winning this.
Roxanne.
Naomi's in this because I'm almost 100% that we're gonna get a run in.
Roxanne, too soon.
You think so?
Too soon.
You don't think that her popularity is worth giving her this win? And like you remember what they did? They had Jay win the friggin' Rumble.
Too soon.
Too soon? Okay.
Too soon for Roxanne.
So you think Belair is going to win this? I would like you to be right, and it makes sense for them to do that. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to be Liv. I think we're going to get Liv and friggin' Rhea again. And I'm going to vomit if that happens. Because I don't want that to happen. I would rather Bayley won. And right now, Bayley doesn't have any heat at all. And don't get me wrong, I like Bayley. I think Bayley is one of the best women's wrestlers of her generation. But I have no interest in seeing Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley again. None. Zero.
I'm still going with Bianca and then Alexa as
a wild card.
Wild card, yeah.
I think it's going to be Liv, and outside of it, I think you're right. I think the person who should win is Bianca. 100% it should be Bianca. And then they use that to either set up a match between her and Rhea, and then maybe at WrestleMania they insert Jade or something like that. I don't know. I think it's going to be Liv, and I think there's an outside chance if they don't do Bianca, that you're right. I think that Alexa might. I think Alexa is like a far third choice. But something in the way that they're doing things right now, man, it just makes me think that they're just going to be more of the same with the women's division. Because let's face it, when it comes to the women's division, they're not putting a whole lot of thought into it.
Yeah, I can see Jade coming down and taking out Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
More likely because of the fact Naomi's in the match. Because I would much rather have Io in it than Naomi.
I would too. But
because then I would be picking Io to win the match.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, I had Io winning the Royal Rumble, but
with having Bianca and Naomi in there, I could see the run in coming from Jade.
Yeah, I think there's 100% chance of a run in from Jade, and I think she costs whoever her attacker was. She cost them their spot. But yeah, I don't want it to be true, but I think it's gonna be Liv Morgan. But you've got Bianca, I've got Liv Morgan. Johnny, who you think's gonna win this?
Liv.
Do you care?
I do not.
I'm telling you, man, they have not done the women's division any favors this last 6 months or so, man. But all right, men's elimination chamber: John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, Seth Rollins. Look, let's be honest. Damian Priest, Logan Paul, and Drew McIntyre are only here to eat pins.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they're there. I personally think Drew McIntyre is awesome, but that's the reason why he's there. John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins are the only three people that make any damn sense to win this thing. They're the only ones. And given what we've seen lately, I don't know who it is, man. I think Punk's going to get screwed. Leg kick, I don't care. Yeah. That's what I'm telling you, man. It's so strange. Cena for the win. Maldestino thinks Cena's going to win this.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He would be my odds-on favorite because I think Paul's going to screw Punk, and that we're going to get Punk versus Paul at WrestleMania. Punk's not going to be in the main event.
No,
part of that's because CM Punk has already made it clear that he doesn't care about titles or anything. He's gunning to be a guy behind the scenes. He wants to run NXT. Is what he wants. He wants to work with younger talent. And Paul's the youngest guy in this whole thing. And I think that's what they're setting up. I think they're setting up a program between Punk and Logan Paul. So he's out. Drew McIntyre, I think it's going to be Drew McIntyre's going to bump heads with Priest because of what happened at WrestleMania. And I think that's going to be the story between the two of them in this match. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Seth is going to get eliminated by either Drew or Punk. And I think Logan Paul comes back in. He costs CM Punk the match. And John Cena is going to be the winner of this thing. And it's going to be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. And then we're going to get some big to-do at the end of this whole thing about Cody's decision for The Rock. And then that's where whatever the strangeness they're planning on doing with The Rock and Cody and Cena is going to come out. I think there's a good possibility that you're right, that it will be a three-way between Cody, The Rock, and Cena. Unless they're going to have Cody go corporate and become the bad guy.
I don't know. I think they could also possibly set up another three-way at Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
Punk versus Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins.
Ew.
Johnny's got thoughts on that.
See it? I can see Rollins.
I think it's going to be Rollins versus Drew.
And I can see Rollins. Laying out Punk. Logan Paul pins Punk.
He eliminates Punk. Okay.
And then Punk gets pissed, takes out Seth Rollins and whoever, maybe Damian Priest.
Okay.
Takes out Rollins. Who knows? Or not Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre. But there's going to be some kind of three-way involvement with Rollins, Punk, and Paul.
You think that's what they're setting up for WrestleMania?
I think so.
I wouldn't be shocked.
There's still unfinished business between Rollins and Punk.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. I don't know that. That sounds like something they would do. I would prefer it'd be one-on-one. I would. I would, like Kick says, I would rather see Little Tokyo versus Sky Lolo. Oh my God. Jeez. Let me see something. Talk amongst yourselves.
Or I could see Punk pinning Rollins getting pissed, laying out Punk, and then Logan Paul pins Punk and takes him out to set up the three-way. And then Cena pins Logan Paul to win the Elimination Chamber.
I think it's too soon for John to get the title shot in his last year.
I do too, because you gotta remember, like, I think it should happen at the end of his run, because they got him for the whole year, or they're supposed to have him for the whole year. why are you going to have him? Why are you going to blow your wad with him now? But given the way people have been reacting and the way things have been going on, and the fallout from the Royal Rumble, because there were a lot of people that were not happy that Jay won. I can see them pulling this. I think John Cena is going to win the Elimination Chamber, and then I think they're going to be some weird shenanigans, and we're going to get we're going to get like a 3-way or something at WrestleMania, or we could, or even considering that it's The Rock, we could get The Rock says. No, he's like, you may want, but you're going to have to fight me. It's going to be me and you on night 1, and the winner goes on to night 2 to take on Cody Rhodes or something stupid like that.
Yeah. I can see the possibility of why they want Cena to win, because CM Punk turns into Humpty Dumpty and has a great fall, and he is out for WrestleMania because he turned into Fragile Phil.
I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. Good Lord God, please don't let that happen.
I don't want to happen either, but
yeah. But yeah, like I said, I thought Elimination Chamber was going to be must-see TV. Now it's must-see TV because I'm just so confused. Like, I don't know where they're going with this. But anyway, guys, there's our predictions. Is there anything else you think is going to happen?
Rock going to come out in either Soul Man Jones, like his dad outfit, or is going to be a soul sucker?
He's just gonna come out with a freaking giant straw, sucking your soul. Oh, God, it was such a strange freaking.
He has to have regretted that as soon as he said it.
I think so. I think that they're all going, man, we really got to freaking pivot from this shit. And here's the thing: when we said it before, man, when WWE makes a mistake, they're very good at pivoting from it. So. At any rate, it should be interesting what happens. Hopefully some of the confusion is eliminated at the Elimination Chamber, because we got to really start building towards WrestleMania, because it ain't that long yet. So Suckman Johnson. Yep. But anyway, guys, that's it for us tonight. Appreciate being here. Johnny, it was good to hear from you, man. Hope everything's doing okay. Leg kick, Maldacito, Fantasia, Big Daddy, Guardian of Chaos, everybody that was lurking, everybody that was watching the background, guys, appreciate you guys. And yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll watch the Elimination Chamber, and then next week we'll talk about the fallout from that. So have a good night, guys. Take care. Bye.